Tonight on EA Sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Here we go. The first Super Bowl of the 30s. Super Bowl 64 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
The try here for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. He is off to an unfathomable start, throwing the football, throwing the 2 passes, both been intercepted and returned for touchdowns. We'll see how he bounces back. It's 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. That's taken on the 25. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl.
An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And Charles, ho-hum, another year, another Super Bowl appearance for this head coach. He already holds the all-time record for most Super Bowl titles, and now here he is trying to bring home yet another.
And you know what else he's doing? He's keeping all of us, meaning the media, the broadcasters, at bay, because every year you think, okay, that caps a great career, and he comes back and wins another one. Okay, this one caps a great career. Nope, he goes after another one. Maybe we should tamp the brakes a little bit on whether or not he's going to leave and just appreciate the brilliance that he's bringing to the sidelines and to the Super Bowl itself as he goes out trying to win yet another Super Bowl title.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Now the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Taken from just outside the 30. Gets past one man. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. in that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 51 yards. And the Dolphins are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York set to take the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case,
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Mustang 19. Go check. Go check. Alert 3.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 49 yards. And the Dolphins are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On second down, here's Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. 3 more quarters of football left in this season as we're through 1, and we'll be back in a moment with more of Super Bowl 64. Up the middle with Barkley. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and a yard, Jackson. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Young. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and they will remain well behind.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Dolphins continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he's upended after a gain of... up to the 25-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson now.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call.
So instead of 4... down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Now Jackson on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And that's his
third sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ely, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
So 2 missed field goals for him now. That's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
and the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants going to take over again on offense.
Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because...
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man on the crossing route.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. There are 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
What the fuck is this? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Should be out here. This is where you should be.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Up the middle they go. Callahan. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win. 17's mine, mine 17. Dude, watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Buying time to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So it's halftime here on Sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll run on first down. Lawton, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go one more. Mike 17, Mike 17. Panther 60, Panther 60. Check. Shift.
Second down. Here's Davis Price. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This is Benjamin. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Davis-Price up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Lawton. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Callahan. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Davis-Price. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Davis-Price again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts.
And my goodness, another interception. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Lawton. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
And now here is another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again.
Got a man. That's Ayuk.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you could do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
On the ground, Benjamin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the run is Benjamin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Hundreds of games, all this football, and it all comes down to the 4th quarter of Super Bowl 64 in just a moment. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run it with Benjamin, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
On first down, Callahan.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run on first down. Lawton. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And they're going to speed things up here. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Dolphins add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. That one is caught by Hunt. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On first down, Benjamin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's a give to Davis Price. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run on first down. Lawton. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quay Walker in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. CD, 4th quarter, you're still above 3 minutes remaining, but right now running the football is a pretty good idea to work that clock, right?
It certainly is, because your team is strong right now, and you can feel the defense fading a little bit. Their goal, continue to run it this effectively, call victory formation as the clock winds down, and end the ball game and move on to the next opponent.
On 1st down, Lawton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Tempo.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Up the middle they go. Callahan. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Roll. Ready.
Up the middle they go. Benjamin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Check 50, check 50.
On the handoff, Davis Price.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now out come the Giants. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
He finds his man complete. It's Young. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.